All right, guys, welcome to the Gro Bat AMA. We have Crypto Batman representing the team. Just a quick reminder, nothing you hear on this AMA is financial advice, and every AMA is a chance for us to ask questions. It is not an endorsement. Crypto Batman, how you living today, man?
Great, mate. Yeah, excited to be here. Thanks for this opportunity, and thanks to connect with your community and share this amazing project we have with you.
Happy to have you. So, tell us about Gro Bat. What's it about?
Okay. Well, Gro Bat's a deflationary token. Obviously, deflationary tokens are 10 a penny, but this one's slightly different. As every other token will probably tell you, but I'm going to explain why in a little second. Gro Bat has in its possession a technology. It's a basic standard token with rewards and BUSD coming from the taxes. 10% buy, 10% sell, 3% liquidity, 5% market wallet, and 2% 3% reflections, and 2% goes to liquidity. We've already built up quite a decent floor. We're sitting, I think, at like $54,000 market cap right now.
I'm sorry, just to slow you down real quick here. So I got 10% buy, 10% sell, I got your liquidity and all that stuff. What are the total taxes in and out?
Total taxes are 10%.
Or 10% both ways, and then 5% went to marketing?
5% straight to marketing. There's no dev fee. I'm paying for all the development myself. I will tell you a bit more about that later. So it's 5% straight to marketing, 3% reflections or rewards. It's actually a distributor contract, and there 2% goes to liquidity for the floor.
Got it, my man. All right, sorry, keep going.
Yeah, okay. So basically, we started with my initial. We didn't do any fundraising. We didn't do any private sale. We didn't do any public sale. We didn't. It was a 100% fair launch. I put the liquidity in, which we started with 3 BNB at $800 market cap, and I locked that away. That'll be locked away forever. I have not even tried to recoup it and would not. I bought the same as anyone else did, and I actually got in way after. I think I got in at like 10,000 market cap or something stupid like that. By the time I sorted the contract out and got everything locked and ready, and then went and bought, I think I got in at 10,000 or something. That 10,000, obviously, then I think our all-time high was something like 68,000. It's now back down to 56 to 54. So we're sitting on a real solid floor, and I'll if you have seen the chart, I'll give me 2 seconds. I'll pull the chart up here. The chart's just absolutely phenomenal. We've been going for 3 days now, and the floor just keeps rising and rising and rising. There's been no dumps, no pumps, no dumps. There's been plenty of pumps, but the dumps retrace right back to halfway rather than going straight to zero. So we're definitely on a positive uptrend, and that's down to the community, the trusted development, the fact that we've made so many partnerships, and we'll say a bit more about that later, and basically the technology that we're bringing into the space. As well as being a distribution token, it's a utility token in an NFT ecosystem, which we partnered with BUSDY and Megatoken on that. Megatoken was my previous project. It still is my project, but I started that before this. I think I just need to make that clear. It obviously hit 5 million at all-time high, and it has a technology that encompasses another technology that we developed, and that's what Gro Bat's all about. And it's all about auto staking NFTs, basically NFTs that generate passive income rather than just by buying and selling them. It's quite exciting. The utility behind Gro Bat, obviously, if you have Gro Bat, then you're allowed to use the contract on the BUSD, Gro Bat and BUSDY, depending on who wants to sell the contract. That holding that Gro Bat gets you access to the contract to generate your own artwork with auto staking technology built in. That's basically the utility behind it, and there's more utility to come. But this is the first stage utility, and I'm not going to drop any massive alpha from what we're going to do next until we finish this utility. Then we move on to the next one, and I've got lots and lots and lots in the back pocket to bring to the community and to bring value to the token and the utility of the token.
These auto staking NFTs, I guess. So you're going to be doing like, I mean, what's going to be the run of NFTs? What's going to be the cost of them? And then what do you mean auto staking? The tokenomics don't support like a treasury or anything. So where's the money coming from?
Right. So the NFT provides the treasury. The tokenomics don't support a treasury right now, but the first run of NFTs will. The first run of NFTs will be 10,000. They will be $25, 25 BUSD. They'll be paid in the rewards token of Gro Bat. So basically, you get the free NFTs. From that $25, $5 buys back the token and burns it. So for every NFT, $5 is bought back in Gro Bat and burned. $2 will buy BUSD and burn BUSDY and burn that, and $2 will buy Mega Token and burn that as well. So yeah, once the full mint comes out, the rest of it goes into treasury for marketing and development. I'm not taking anything from the token at all, just to keep the chart nice. If I personally hold token, I've bought it. So it's definitely a good way to run the team and the community and everything else. It just builds that extra bit of trust. When the NFTs sell on BUSDY marketplace, of course, like the royalties will get split between token holders and like the NFT token holders and the three projects that we have that we see in the trifecta of partnerships here. So say 5% royalties on the marketplace, 1% will go to buy back the three tokens you see with the logos in front of you, and then 4% will go to the rest of the NFT holders. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, it didn't answer my question. I'm sorry, I was having some trouble getting Telegram to unmute. Okay, I mean, what is the line of NFTs exactly going to be? Like, you guys are working with an artist, or is
it's
before we get there actually?
It's an artist I'm familiar with. Did my interactive NFT artwork, and you know, I've spent a lot of money with the guy over and he's a trusted guy. He's quite prolific. I'm not going to name him because he doesn't want named. But yeah, once his art's out and once it's there and in the space, I'm sure he's going to change his mind. He's obviously made a lot of money off Mega Token and Mega BBI NFT, and he's going to make a lot of money off this as well. But it's all of the payments for him are coming out of my pocket. They're not coming from any treasury or anywhere else.
Okay, I got a few more questions there, but you mentioned another project that you were currently running, or the one that you had before this. Tell us a little bit about that. I mean, what was the success of that project? What were some of the difficulties?
Okay, so that's the one that I started. I took over it was a scam token, and a lot of my friends got involved in it, and I went and took it over as a developer, and basically asked for everyone's tokens. They trusted me that much. They sent all their tokens. I sold to get the LP down. I took that money and launched another token with the same name, obviously slightly changed, and took it to nearly 100,000. And then to add utility to that, we had to change token again. So we started with 100,000, and we went to 5 million. That's Mega BBI NFT. I'll show you my screen actually. I'll show you a demonstration of the technology that we have that goes there. Just give me 2 seconds. I need to go on OBS. We'll go to, yeah. So let me just start this up. Window capture. We'll want to show that. So as you can see in the bottom left-hand side, this is an interactive NFT test. This is number 7834. So he can be happy, he can be hungry, he can be crying, he can be eating, and he can be sleeping. He's got states. Those states will be managed by a server like a Tamagotchi. This is to test the artwork and everything else. And this is actually an NFT that's on the blockchain right now. So you can play with these things. They will also be auto staking, and that's where the play to earn kind of thing comes from. The microtransactions will go back to the stakers and everything else. So the contract's extremely versatile with what we can do with it. And yeah, and that led us to Gro Bat to service without giving away the core INFT technology. We can utilize that in the full ecosystem we have around us with Mega Token, BUSD, and Gro Bat.
Okay. That's a really interesting looking NFT, my man. It's a baby.
That's,
Oh,
yeah.
I see. All right.
So cool. But yeah, he's dancing about. He's doing everything he needs to do. That was the test to test the tech. Then it's going to be in an app. The app's almost complete. But I'm not going to release it in the bear market. It's just it would just be a ridiculous mistake.
Okay, that's actually a fair statement. So let's talk about that for a second. We're working in a bear market right now, right? Marketing is a very interesting tool in a bear market. Talk to me about your launch. Talk to me about how you guys initially marketed it and what your future marketing plans are for the project.
Sorry, I didn't quite make you out there. Could you say that again?
Talking about your launch. So, like, what you guys initially did, what your plans are in the future, and like the role that marketing has played in the project up to this point and going forward.
Oh, okay, so Leox from Gro Bat, this is actually a collaboration between myself and him. I went into him with an AMA, and then I asked him, I said, look, if I wanted to launch another token with a specific technology, what would it do? Well, Leox kind of took that in, and then he organized a few calls. We didn't know where it would go. I was risking entirely my own cash, and it took off. So then Leox got to work with different channels and different people, and then BUSDY got involved, and then the Megatoken community came in, and it just sort of expanded from there. Going forward, all this week we've got AMAs right up until the NFT mint. I'm sure you're aware if these 10,000 NFT mints sell out, the chart impact at this market cap is going to be absolutely spectacular. So there's a lot of hype surrounding that, and a lot of hype surrounding the technology. At the minute, in a bear market, like we say, safe assets with proper utility, especially promising real yield passive income without taking the yield from the user, if you like. That's quite a powerful marketing message. So to get that out there isn't actually that hard. So yeah, things like this, spreading awareness, and then we'll go on. Obviously, when the NFTs mint, we have that war chest then to go, and we advertise on mainstream sites like Yahoo News and all this, and then build a Twitter following and just get the technology and the potential out there, in Google News and all the rest. To go, NFTs need to go real mainstream. Tokens not so much, but the NFT sales will generate the hype in the token. So there's a kind of merge of market in there. One of the guys in the chat earlier said, NFTs are a whole different ball game when it comes to marketing and user. So it's just trying to bring these two together to create this unison that's going to help everyone.
Okay. All right. And is that the whole team, just like you and the gentleman you just referred to?
No. We've got myself, we've got Leox, we've got Amir, who's like the artist and does everything else, and then I've got a developer on the line as well, another developer that's doing the web development and everything else. Obviously, starting with 3BNB, we're building the team up like we're building the community organically. We're building the team organically.
Okay. All right. So we know about NFTs. One thing I feel like we didn't really cover strongly at this point, man, it's just marketing in general. Like, we're in a bear market, marketing is less effective. We have to come up with creative ways of doing it. I mean, how are you marketing the token? How are you getting the word out? Like, are you relying on?
Sorry. It's organic at the minute. I mean, what you see on the chart now has been 4 or 5 calls and organic and word of mouth and everything else. This is really the first AMA I've done outside the channel, and these AMAs, while recorded and posted, will bring organic traffic and interest in. And I mean, the chart speaks for itself. We have that solid floor, and the TG is just growing and growing and growing. So at the minute in this bear market, what we don't want are people coming in, spiking the chart, and then selling as soon as it does. And the initial people, they've got their 40, 50x, they're kind of petering out. So they're gone. Anyone that was going to, stick $5 in, get it. I don't want to say the J word, because it's horrible, but that's all gone now. So that slow play over the weekend was actually quite sensible for the chart. And we have the two partnerships we have are really strong, and there's a lot of good people in those two groups that are, you know, helping us, and obviously we're helping them as well to spread awareness of all three projects. So it's like we're all growing at the same kind of rate, and it's a very positive thing. Going forward, obviously more AMAs and pushing into mainstream media marketing. It's a bear market. There's not a lot of retail money about, but I don't really mind if there's not a lot of retail money about right now, because when we build this up, if we do get an influx of retail money, we should have the base to handle any massive pump. There's been a lot of tokens and a lot of projects that can't handle that. Their liquidity doesn't grow fast enough on that massive spike, and they just end up, you know, with obviously the impending red candle, and it blows the token out of the water, and they die instantly.
Okay. All right. I mean, what are you guys exactly doing with the community to keep this going on? Like, I personally have noticed that in a bear market, I've seen communities come together in a way that I haven't really seen for a long time, right?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people banding together and sort of like working together and all that stuff. I've seen shilling and come back in a way that it wasn't in a bull market. What are you doing with your community exactly to keep them active?
We're doing buy competitions. We're doing like the VCs open pretty much all the time, unless I have to go out with the kids or something like that. You know, I've got my own family, but yeah, we're in the VC, keeping people active, and yeah, we allow shilling, we promote it, and then we haven't really had to. Everyone's that hyped at the minute, and it's just that many people coming in. We will be organising, you know, competitions. We'll be setting up a Discord. I honestly haven't even had time to do that yet. It's just been absolutely hectic. So, you know, we're riding the hype train as we can, and when we need that kind of thing, we have community managers to organise that, little giveaways, little competitions. All that comes from the market and wallet, so it's not there. You know, so biggest sell, biggest buy. I've been giving away NFTs. You know, just keeping people engaged. Say, like, I've picked a number, I've sent it to someone. The first person that picks a number gets an NFT. You know, so I've been giving away. I've actually given away like 32 Polygon Mega Babies so far.
Oh, that's a good question. So, will your NFTs be on BSC, or are they going to be on a different chain?
They will be on Binance Smart Chain. Yeah. The only reason they're on Binance Smart Chain now and not going on to Ethereum, well, Ethereum gas costs are horrendous anyway, but OpenSea doesn't allow us to manage where the royalties go unless you build it on their platform. And I'm not building on their platform. I'm certainly not giving them my technology. OpenSea is a big hairy monster. I know it's really, really good for you know, for exposure and everything else, and it can be marketed well. But yeah, at the minute we're staying on BSC, and we're letting the rewards speak for themselves. That should then spill over onto different chains and different platforms.
Okay, that is good to hear. I mean, I guess this used to be more popular than it is these days, but I still think it's a very bullish thing. Like, do you guys have any plans on bridging? Do you have any plans on like multi-chain partnerships, things along those lines?
BUSDY is going to multi-chain, so that's they're building their marketplace, and that's going to go across the chains. They've got a lot of utility, Busty, and this is why we partnered with them, to make sure that we could easily, you know, move across easily and seamlessly to get into their marketplace and other marketplaces, without actually having to develop our own multi-chain, you know, our own pegs on either, you know, or any other chain. The USDY are going to be the partner handling that.
Okay, great. Well, what made you come up with the idea for BUSDY?
It's BUSDY isn't my project. That was some investors got into Gro Bat, heard about the technology, told me what they had, told me what they have, and I bet they knew what I had, and I know what they have, and that was a partnership made in heaven. So these guys are going places, and the technology I have is going to take them and Gro Bat and Mega Token, like all the way through this bear market. It's all about survival right now, Achilles. You know this.
I mean, I do agree. Yeah, like the market fluxes, but on the chain, we're usually pretty safe from those kinds of fluctuations. But at the same time, yeah, I do understand. Like, We do get more or less. We get less investors when the price of the native tokens tank. But
yeah,
that's a really good place. We'll be all right. You got some bullish news coming up. Not tomorrow or the day after. That could be bad, but in the near future. So
yeah.
I still believe in the long-term vision. All right, let me jump to my wonderful community here and see what questions they have for you, guys. If it's your first time at one of my AMAs, you can ask a text question if you don't want to ask it in VC. While I'm looking through the text questions, why doesn't someone start us off in VC? Whoever wants to go. If you are not unmuted, just raise your hand and I will unmute you. Oh, DMO needs to be unmuted. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right. You are unmuted, ma'am or sir. Go ahead and ask your question. Oh. All right, then.
Hey, man.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
I'm good. Yeah, so I have a couple of questions for the Gro Bat.
Good, go ahead.
I went through the website and I could see some sort of from the analytics part of the website, I could see some matches on the token. I see a Gro Bat that is tagged rugged. I see another Gro Bat that is tagged rugged, and then there's a hipster Shiba. Do you have any connection whatsoever with these tokens?
Right. So there was a Gro Bat that was a test token. What we initially did was we launched the token, and there was an issue where nobody could buy it except for me. So I had to rug that one, but nobody could buy it. Nobody lost any cash at all. Right. I launched another test token just to see, and it got botted so hard. And I've actually given people their money back for that. If they came to me and said, look, I bought this, I bought the wrong contract, they were handed their money back. There's proof of that in chat, and I've got the transactional proof as well. So yeah, I don't have any Shiba. I've got nothing to do with anything called Shiba, and I wouldn't have anything to do with anything called Shiba.
Right. Yeah, it's listed the same way the Gro Bat tokens were listed. So the hipster Shiba was just underneath one of them. So I was curious, and yeah, so that answered my question. But on the second part, so what do you have for investors long term? I mean, your chat seems a little bit alive, but going forward, where do you see this project? Where do you see the chat in terms
Well,
of
I see the chart.
Yeah,
in terms of marketing,
market cap. Yeah.
Right. So what I'm focusing on now is the NFT mint. The NFT mint, they're $25 each. They're not hard to buy. You can buy them with your reflections or your rewards from the token, from just holding the token right now. A lot of people have been like smashing it in rewards. There's people that have made their initial investment back in just rewards because of the volume was that crazy. And it was so bullish. It was unbelievable. Long term, this NFT mint will inject if all 10,000 sell out, that will inject $50,000 directly into the chart that will never ever leave because those tokens will be burned. So we will go from having 6,000 in liquidity to having 56,000 in liquidity, or 7,000 in liquidity to 57,000 in liquidity. I'm pretty sure you know how much of a price impact that is over at this market cap. So with utility, I'm not even going to give you a number. I've got a number in my head, but I'm not going to say. You can kind of work that out yourself. If you go from 6 to 56,000 like in liquidity, it's a big jump in price difference and market cap. Going forward with secondary sales and reflections all buying into the chart as well, that steady growth, as long as it's well marketed, as long as the NFT projects that people launch with these contracts are well received, then I'm not going to speculate, but I can't see it less than 500,000 after NFT launch and when the BUSDY and the secondary sale platforms live.
That sounds good to me. Okay, finally, I see that a top holder holds close to 3.2 98% of the circulating supply. So do you have like a personal connection with this person, or is
No.
it a token or vexed? It's just an investor with that.
Yeah, it's just an investor. They bought it. Unless I have a look at it. Let me see. Where's my holders? Gro Bat token. Let's go. Let me have a look. It's nothing to do with me. I bought in. BSC scan. You can see what I hold on the screen. I don't use any other wallets. It's like BSC. Let me see. Let me have a look at this. Next. Copy. Let me see these holders. Gro Bat. Holders. No, well, I don't know what you're checking, but the highest holder we have is 1.98%.
I guess you have to update your website, because I was just going through the website, and
This is BSC. This is BSC scan.
No, I was talking about your website, grobattoken.com. So is that your website?
Grobattoken.com. Yeah. So what are you seeing? What are you seeing?
So the top holder holds about 3.98% of the circulating supply.
Just to clear this up,
the information is not correct.
Just to hold this up, yeah, the top holder is 1.98%. Liquidity is 7.4%. There's a 50% burn.
That's it. That's the top holder. Sorry, mate. I don't know where you're getting that information from, but it's certainly not from BSC scan, and certainly not from the website, buddy. Sorry, mate. Yeah. Sorry, mate. Nobody. The max wallet's 2%. The owner can hold more, but the owner doesn't hold any, and I haven't bought in with the owner wallet. I want to keep this above board. I bought on a separate wallet, and if you watch the owner wallet, it'll never buy and never sell.
All right. Thanks, man, for the answers. Thank you.
No problem, AVF. Thank you very much for your questions.
Being here, my man. All right, who else wants to go? And I'm checking to make sure everyone's unmuted. Looks like we're Gucci. If anyone has any questions, now is the time. I will start looking through text questions. Let me see. Oh, we got some shillers. That's always a good sign for the community.
That's it, yeah. Leapdog, yay. What is Leapdog? It's got a shit name. Excuse my French.
Man, no, I love this. That was a shiller, but I hate it when it's like in the middle of an active situation.
Yeah. I completely understand. I mean, I know we've had the chat. But I mean, how do you see the responses? I'm going to ask you a question. How do you see the responses and the transparency and the utility that we're building like immediately? It's available. We just need the artwork to let it go live. And then with further utility, what do you think yourself?
You want my personal opinion? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No one ever asked me that in an AMA. My personal opinion is you guys seem to have good framework. You guys seem to have a decent vision. You're going to need a lot of hype to get the chart to climb up, right? Yeah. And in a bear market, I have seen low caps that can pull a community together to sort of as a whole move projects do really, really, really well. On this channel, we got Bear Token at like 11K, and we got like Kong at like 25 or something, both of which are in the multiple hundred thousands per work. And they did that literally with just community and working their asses off.
Yeah.
So, that is my opinion.
Thank you very much. That's very astute. And hype's what it's all about. Marketing is key, absolute key. And I mean, from what we've been doing, but the correct marketing is key as well. And getting the right channels, the right calls. You can't just have any caller, because you'll just end up like this and this and this and this and this, and just be like it'd be like an ECG, and it would be horrible, and then everybody just walk away.
Agreed. And when we're talking about a community, right? Like calls, depending on their efficacy, can just pump a chart and then dump a chart. Exposure is the word that I like to use in that sense of like, if the project sells itself, it's just about getting as many in front of as many eyes as possible.
That's it. That's exactly why we're here.
That's my man. All right, we got a question here. Give me 1 second. It is from. I just clicked away. Okay, back to it. Let's see. Yeah, I deleted all the shills, guys. My bad. Okay, from Matt and by launching the dashboard, sometimes there are bugs, right? Does the team, will you guys be testing the dashboard prior to release?
That dashboard was hastily put together because of how popular we got very, very quickly. I will say that now, and there are a website update is in the work at the minute. It's quite simple. We have I've just commissioned a developer today to try and sort that out, and then that'll be hosted pretty soon. We also have INFTs or NFT staking reflections or auto staking reflections to put on there. So this update, yeah, we can offer bug bounties both in the contract and everything, and the website and the infrastructure itself. Somebody from BUSDY came on and took a look at my servers and websites and well all the servers, and basically said, have you seen this? You need to be behind a firewall. And I said, well, no, I'm mitigating it this way. What about DDoS? What about that? And he came in and basically bug hunted for free and went away a happy bunny. So yeah, we're quite reactive to things like that. And yeah, we can do bug bounties and give away either NFTs or token, like bought and sent token. Because you never just, I can't airdrop token. I don't own any to airdrop. But yeah, we can start something like that once the infrastructure's in place.
Okay. I mean, with that general vein going, what is the plan for you guys? Like, do you have any plans for an audit or things along those lines?
Yeah, obviously I've been through audit processes with a lot of other people, like with companies like Alpha and Legit Crypto and everything else before. I can't remember who audited, not off the top of my head, the Mega Baby contract. But we were audited by, let me see. Oh yeah, by the way, the last one is on crypto.com. We've got partners there as well. There was an audit somewhere.
That's pretty cool.
I can't, yeah, we actually monitored on crypto.com, so it's pretty cool. Let me see. We have an audit somewhere. Mega token. I think it's on BSC actually. But yeah, no, we do plan to do massive full audits. But there's no point in auditing just the contracts. You have to audit the DApp as well. So once the DApp's finished, or to a degree, then we need to get all the audits done at once, and that'll just build. Like I say, we're 3 days old. This is a fire it and see if it sticks. To gauge interest, and interest was gauged so fast that I had to develop a lot very, very quickly, and I've managed to keep up and everything else. So yeah, we do plan to do audits in the short form. Yes.
Okay, but I will say your website does show the top holder as 3.9%. This website. It's if you look at the comment section, maybe I've posted it. It shows underweight matches. Maybe maybe that's a DM to shoot him later to see if we can get that result.
Yeah, you just shoot me a link to that. I don't know where that's. Oh yeah, this one here.
You see the picture, yeah?
Oh, the holders.
Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from, to be
honest. I know that's yeah, I don't know where that's coming from either. That's Bog Finance. Hold on 2 seconds.
Maybe yeah. Where are you seeing that?
Yeah, I don't understand where that's coming from.
Nor do I. All right, moving on. We're going to go to Matt's question. Matt asked a general question. You guys have had a nice run. You passed the 50K threshold. What are the plans to keep everyone holding and to push this to the next level? Any other partnership ideas outside of BUSDY?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of partnerships right now, we're going to push the NFT. We're going to push the utility, and once the utility's out, yes, there will be other opportunities with the new the new utility to make other partnerships. Yes, absolutely, 100%. But at the minute, BUSDY are going to be handling our marketplace and everything else, and handling this utility, this contract. So yes, in terms of Gro Bat and the whole ecosystem behind it, when the new utility comes along, we'll be making new partnerships to keep that right.
Excellent. My dog is scratching the carpet. Forgive me. What are you doing, old man?
Yeah. That's all right. Mine's at my feet as well.
The doofus. All right. let's see. We got a few more to go over here. Next question is, will there be locking periods for the NFTs when they are staked? And that's from Investo Daddy.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, getting the initial mint out of the way is the goal of the marketing right now, and that gives us the war chest and the treasury that we need to then push additional marketing for both Busty's marketplace and this auto staking contract. That's definitely on the cards. Yeah, there'll be huge marketing to get these in the. Obviously, with no volume, there's no rewards. So we need to push the volume. And yes, you're right. It needs marketed massively, and especially after mint, because after mint, that's your passive income, the secondary sales and everything else. So there's massive marketing, and that's the mint is kept low to make sure we sell out and to make sure we have that initial marketing money to keep this thing going further and further and further as time goes on and as interest wanes. But there will also be other mints. There'll be more and more mints after that, it's going to be massive.
All right. Well, then I guess we're going to jump to the next one here by Rakan Saud. Can you talk a little bit about safety and security?
Okay, so the contract has been looked at by a number of contract devs, and I have used it in the past, and it's an audited contract. So that's about as safe as it gets. The fact that I don't hold any token, I have no access to any token, and nobody else has any access to the contract apart from myself. Obviously, if we need to in the future to have another dev that's a responsible party for that, they will only be responsible for changing taxes and doing other things that we may need to do given listings and all the rest. But there are safeguards in the contract to make sure those taxes can't go above a certain amount. There's no way I can turn this to 99%. That's how we got the audit so easily. It's a tried, true, and tested contract. The auto staking contract, standard ESA 721, with no with additional functionality. Of course, that's also an audited contract. We will do a separate audit for the ones launched in Gro Bat and launched on the BUSDY marketplace when that comes. In terms of servers, only myself has access to it. Any development is done outside, and then I am the single point of contact to put anything on my server. Security to me is very, very important.
I mean, security is one of those things in the smart chain that, let's keep going here. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, I love you guys. Next one. Ooh, good question. Where will we be able to mint the NFTs?
Right. So I'm hoping that when we release these, the BUSDY marketplace is up and running, and they've finished their founders mint. That's what I'm hoping. Because we would like to bring our partners in at that early stage to get volume onto their marketplace. That's exactly, and volume and eyes on their marketplace, and with a very, very, very cool utility for their first or second, the first secondary mint, if you know what I mean, that they haven't done themselves. So yes, I would love it to be Busty. I would love it to be Busty, and I will wait for Busty if need be. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does make sense. It does make sense. Okay. Let's see. Moby Dick Race. So, I love you. No duck. I'll let you guys know about that. Exactly. Mystery now as to whether or not I will race ducks. We're keeping it fresh. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Security. I think we got all the text questions out of the way. Does anybody want to jump in on VC?
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, buddy, we got you. Go ahead.
Hey, Batman, what's going on?
What's up, brother?
Not much, man. My main question is just what's really the long-term difference between Gro Bat and Mega Baby? What routes are gonna?
Gro Bat will not have the interactive NFT contract. Gro Bat will have Gro Bat will take control of the auto staking and its partnerships and everything else, and it will take care of other utilities that forms outside the NFT space. So yeah, Mega Token and Mega Baby NFT will be its own entity with its own ecosystem that will tie into BUSDY. Gro Bat will handle other utilities that I'm creating on top of that. Gro Bat is the first showcase of auto staking, but yeah, Mega Token is going to benefit from that, and also Gro Bat will be the utility launch, and that will pass across to Busty and Mega Token as it develops in their respective how would you put it, in their respective fields. So Mega Token gets this, Busty gets that. Gro Bat is the first and main benefactor of that main technology that has to split out.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, brother. Yeah, no sweat, man.
Thanks for being here, man. Who else has a question on this VC? And let me see if I've unmuted all of you wonderful people. Yeah, we're fine. No one's raising their hand.
So you said that you're going to be expanding your team as you go. Is there any open positions right now, or what are you looking for?
We've just filled a developer. Obviously, my DMs are full of, I would love to be a mod here, I would love to be a mod there. Obviously, as the community grows, we're going to need new moderators. At the minute, until we get a treasury built up, it's slowly building up. Until I can pay someone a decent living wage, I wouldn't take anyone else on. I'll do it myself. And I'm not prepared to spend, too much marketing cash right now on taking a full-time employee on, or even a part-time employee, because that would just dwindle everything down. Eventually, we'll be looking for a contract dev. I'd work under the supervision of myself and someone that can do a lot more of the web development, because it's taken a lot of my time. So yeah, there'll be a web developer position, full-time position come up, and there will be a contract dev position come up. And this is just when we launch and we see what's going on, and how much interest there is in the technology and the ecosystem. So yeah, that's a decision to be made in a few weeks' time, I think.
Okay, awesome, thanks. Also, just wanted to say, Busty fucks.
So I know the Busty team. They asked me to call very, very, very early in the project. I was like, no, is it long term? It took a long way to get back to me. It was like, I missed the call completely because it just kept moving. I was like, well, I'm too late now.
It was so bullish. It was so bullish, and it still is. I mean, that floor is just solid. There was guys.
You should probably call it now. Call it now. Get it over with.
Yeah.
You look like a hero.
That's the move right there.
You don't look like a hero until you've got your bat mask on. Look at this. I doxed in this before. It's so cool. I'm going to put the bat mask on for you. Batman's actually Batman.
Wow, this is happening.
This shit.
That is going to be the picture for the YouTube right there. Just stand still. I'm going to have a photo of that. All right, that's setting up as we speak. That's gold.
Yeah, I touched this first in a full backsuit.
That's great. My he's got psychos on the YouTube.
Yeah, it's hard to hear.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can't hear anything in that. That's yep. All right, let's see. I see you guys are speaking more questions. We can jump in. We got a few more minutes. We have 5 more.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you, Alice, for.
Thank you, Len.
All right. My question is, do you have plans to change? Do you have plans to alter your taxes at any point in time in the course of the project development and adding some other utilities?
I'm sorry, I didn't make it. There was somebody speaking, and I was like breaking up. I'm sorry, buddy.
All right. Do you have any plans to alter the taxes? The sell and buy taxes at any point in time?
No. Absolutely not. And I absolutely refuse to do like tax-free events. It's just, no, that's not fair on anyone that paid tax. Sorry, buddy. But there will be no modification of taxes. Eventually, the taxes, as volume goes up, the taxes might have to come down if we start looking at centralized exchanges, because they don't like taxes, and they don't like tokenomics. They hate it. They're peer-to-peer, and they don't like making allowances for tokens that don't follow their kind of way. So yeah, there's no reason for me to change taxes. No, absolutely not.
All right. Okay. So also, do you plan to come up with any additional utility for the tokens?
Yeah, of course. I have. I can develop utility. You know, I've got lots of utilities plans, sir, that are already developed, and it's basically parts of an entire system that will all come together. But yes. This is the first of many utilities that are being launched. You've got to market what you have in your hands. You can't just market everything. People start getting lost, and you just end up looking like you're talking shit.
Thank you. Do you have also planned to cross-chain, like launching another ecosystem?
Another ecosystem?
Like, have plans to launch on other ecosystem, Ethereum?
You mean my own chain? That's been done to death. No, there will not be our own chain. There might be a side chain, but it'll only be to deal with for Mega Token. There's a side chain planned, just to keep gas down. But yeah, with Gro Bat and the utility surrounding Gro Bat and the partnerships we have, we don't need that.
I just have one real quick question that might be a little bit. I have one quick question that might be a little bit rhetorical. How bullish are like advanced like this guy can just out of his mind? I'm telling you, you guys, if you haven't seen, I got the rare privilege glance ahead of time at his interactive NFTs on Mega Baby, the auto staking contract for Gro Bat. If you guys aren't hip to how bullish advanced NFT technology is, that's going to be the bridge. That's the gateway to get normies into crypto. Normies will understand NFTs a lot better than they'll understand blockchains and, you know, all of this sort of stuff. We're just standing right at the very doorstep at the beginning of this. And places like OpenSea take forever for innovators to put new contracts on their platforms. That's why we're going to have our own NFT marketplace. Busty's not an NFT project. We're just another BUSD rewards contract. But Busty wants an NFT marketplace so that innovators like this can showcase unique contracts, because we're nimble enough to integrate those contracts, and we don't have to have a board meeting and another fiscal quarter go by before we make a decision to do a pull order maybe. We're just going to snap this stuff up and go. And Gro Bat, get a bag of Gro Bat this early. Just on the rewards contract side alone, I got in on the first day. My bag is nearly free. You hold your bag long enough, you catch it under $100,000. Every single token you have is part of a free moon bag in a rewards contract if you get in early. If that's not bullish to just get a free moon bag, which is your whole bag, and that's the reason you just hold it, because the whole bag is a free moon bag. Listen, man, quit crypto if you can't do that math.
That's bullish, I will say. The spirit I'm feeling. Let's go.
Oh, we get bullish. Achilles, we love you. We get bullish, man. We get bullish.
Let's go. Y'all got the spirit. And you're killing it on your project, by the way. This whole time I've been trying to think launch, and I can't remember. But I will always kick myself feeling your coin.
Oh, no. We're glad to be here right now, man.
Oh, shit, I had an autoclose pop up. Okay. All right, we're just about at the end here. Batman, give us your closing comments, my man, and we will end the recording and then do a giveaway in the name of Gro Bat.
Okay, guys, if Astro obviously didn't fill you in just on the potential of this technology enough, I'm going to end it for him. This this space, the BSC and crypto in general, needs adoption. NFTs, easy, agile marketplaces, and utility like auto staking and passive income are what's going to make this actual, explode into the normies world. If you're not in Gro Bat now, you wish you were in a week.
Bullish. All right, gentlemen. I'm going to end this here.